Hello and welcome to my channel. So most of you chose the pink swatch, so I'm gonna show you in this tutorial how to do this stitch. Yeah, and the brown sample I will do in separate video these days soon. Yeah, I like the pink one. It's beautiful, especially for a blanket. Most of you agree. It's nice for a blanket. Well, the stitch with this one, I don't know, maybe some of you will figure out, but this one you have to chain multiples of 2 plus one more, but it has to be like at the end of that multiple of 2 has to be 2, 6 or 0. So for this scarf, for example, I chain 22 plus one more chain. If you do with 8, something at the end with the 8, the multiples of 2, let's say, it's a problem. You're not gonna start the same. Well, you're not gonna finish the way you started. Yeah. So when you, for example, you want for a blanket or a scarf, make sure that these columns are even number. Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6. Let's say we're gonna call them columns, but you should have even number, because if you have odd, well, you're not gonna finish the same the way you started. Yeah, the stitch is very easy. One row repeat goes really fast, this one, and it's quite warm. So this one, the sample, I worked with 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, but now I'm gonna go with 4.5, half of number bigger, let's say, and the yarn is a little bit thicker, just to make sure that you see the stitch well. Like I said, the brown sample, I'm gonna do it some other day soon. Yeah. Okay. So I have here, for example, I chain 14. With 14 is gonna work, but if I chain 16, for example, it's not gonna work. But if you go with 22, 26, 30, it's gonna work. For some reason, maybe 32 will work also. But just make sure that you have even number of columns, for example. Okay, so I have here 14. I'm gonna chain one more. Now for a scarf or a blanket, twist the chain, and we're gonna work on the back of the chain. So we're gonna skip the first chain, and into the second chain from the hook we're gonna do a single crochet, and this will be just the base. Yeah? Move to the next chain, single crochet, and so on. Next chain, single crochet. So I'm working now with 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I want to see if it looks nice with thicker. You can do this this stitch with any yarn size, it doesn't matter. It would look nice with thin or thick, but I think for a blanket it's nice to work with a little bit thicker yarn, and it's gonna look quite nice. Okay, so we're gonna do single crochet in each chain. You work on the back of the chain through the bump in case you have the stitches right here at the bottom, so it's gonna be easy for you to attach tassels if you choose to, or a border if you do a blanket. So the last chain, we're gonna do a single crochet also. Chain one. You're always gonna chain one, turn your work, and now into the first stitch we're gonna do a half double crochet, so yarn over the hook, but we're gonna go to the front loop. So the stitch is like a V, so this line is the back loop and this one here is the front. So we're gonna go through the front loop. Yeah, so yarn over the hook, go through the only one the first front loop. Yeah, pick up a loop and then do a half double crochet. Yarn over the hook into the next stitch. We're gonna do the same through the front loop so the back loop is going to be pushed back. Pull up a loop, you have 3 loops, pull the yarn through all 3 loops. This is a half double crochet. Now into the next 2 stitches we're going to do single crochet through the stitch like a normal single crochet. So you're going to go through the stitch and you should have the V's here, the 2 loops. Yeah? Pull up a loop, do a single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet through the stitch. And we're going to alternate like this. Yarn over the hook, into the next 2 stitches we're going to work only through the front loop. You should not pick up the second loop. And do a half double crochet. Next stitch, through the front loop, do a half double crochet. And into the next 2 stitches we're going to do single crochet like normal, and we're going to go underneath the stitch, and we're going to have the 2 loops there. Pull up a loop and pass the yarn to the 2 loops. Next stitch, single crochet. So you're going to work like this: 2 stitches half double crochet, next 2 stitches single crochet. Yeah? So into the next 2 stitches we're going to do half double crochet through the front loop only. Move to the next stitch, through the front loop, half double crochet. Next 2 stitches single crochet through the stitch. Yeah. Next stitch, single crochet. And now at the end we're going to have 2 half double crochets through the front loop only. Yeah? So yarn over the hook, go through the front loop only, pick up a loop, pull the yarn through the 3 loops, and into the last stitch we're going to do the same. Okay, now chain 1, turn your work, and from this moment forward this will be the row that you're gonna repeat until you finish your project. So we're gonna work the same. The first 2 stitches half double crochet, but we're gonna go 1 row below, let's say, and we have to pick up these lines. So there is a line, the second, then you have the 2 single crochets, then the next they're half double crochet from previous row, and the lines are right here. So yarn over the hook, we're gonna go below through the first line. Well, this row is gonna be maybe a little bit difficult, but just this one. Pick up a loop, so you see the line is below, and the next line that we have to pick up is right here. Do a half double crochet. Move to the next stitch, which is the half double crochet, and the line is right here. Pull up a loop, do a half double crochet, and now into the next 2 stitches, this one and this one, we're gonna do a single crochet, normal single crochet through the stitch. Yeah? Okay, yarn over the hook, the next 2 stitches we have the lines right here. Yeah? So go below and pick up the line. Pull up a loop, 3 loops, do a half double crochet. Next stitch, the line is right here. You're gonna pick up that line, pull up a loop, do a half double crochet, and into the next 2 stitches single crochet. This will go so fast, and you're gonna see the columns starts to build with each row. So the next 2 stitches you're gonna go below, and the line is right here. So yarn over the hook, pick up the line, pull up a loop in there, do a half double crochet. Next stitch I'm gonna pick up that line, do a half double crochet. Next 2 stitches single crochet through the stitch like a normal single crochet. With this stitch, the first 2 stitches and the last 2 might give you some problems. You're gonna be a little bit frustrated, but if you work a little bit loose, it's gonna be just perfect. You're not gonna struggle to go through the lines. Yeah. So the last 2 stitches we're gonna do half double crochet. The lines are right here. Yeah? You're gonna pick up the line, pull up a loop, do a half double crochet. Now the last stitch, we have the line right here. Do that. Half double crochet. Now chain one, turn your work, and now we're gonna repeat. Yarn over the hook. So now what do we have? We have the lines right here. Yeah, the first, the second, then the 2 single crochets, and the next, the lines are right here for the half double crochets. Yeah, so you go underneath this line. So that's why I said the first 2 might be a little bit difficult. That's why I said please choose the brown sample. So the next line. So next we have the 2 stitches in which we're gonna do the single crochet. Yarn over the hook, and now the next 2 stitches we're gonna go below, and the lines are right here. Yeah, with this one it's nice to work with a thicker yarn. Yeah, you can see the line very easy, but after a while, even with a thin yarn, you can see the lines. So the next 2 stitches, single crochet. The next 2 stitches, we're gonna go below, and the line it's right here. Do a half double crochet. The next line. So you're gonna work in pairs, 2 half double crochet and 2 single crochets, and so on. So the next 2 stitches we're gonna work single crochet, next single crochet, and now at the end we have the lines right here, the last 2 stitches. Yeah, so the next line is here. Pull up a loop, do a half double crochet. So the next line, half double crochet, chain 1, and then you're gonna turn your work, and the columns already start to form. So the lines are right here. See? And the next one is here. I'm gonna do a half double crochet, move to the next stitch, pick up that line, half double crochet. The next 2 stitches, single crochet. And the lines are right here. 2 single crochets, the lines are right here, and at the end you have the lines. It's very easy, and this one goes really fast. Well, I have the tripod in front of me, so it's a little bit not easy. So the next 2 stitches, single crochet. You can try with a slip stitch, 2 slip stitches, and maybe the columns will be a little bit tighter with the slip stitch here. So the next 2 stitches we're gonna have the half double crochet, next 2 stitches, single crochet, and at the end we have the lines right here. So you're gonna pick up that line. So when you want to finish your work, I'm gonna do a half double crochet, move to the next. So this one at the end might get a little bit hidden. Just open up and you will see the line right there. Yeah. So when you finish, you want to close your work, for example, because you're gonna repeat on and on and on. You're gonna chain 1 like always, turn your work, and in each stitch, the first stitch is here, you're gonna do single crochet. This is how you're gonna finish your work. In each stitch, single crochet is the way we started. Single crochet in each chain, and then you're gonna finish the same way. Single crochet in each stitch. I'm gonna do the tutorial with the brown sample, but I can tell you from now, if you wanna try, it's the same thing. It's just you start with 2 single crochets in the beginning instead of half double crochet. Yeah, for those of you that you want to try. In between is the same. So you're going to start with the 2 single crochets, and then you're going to have to pick up that line and do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches. Yeah, but I'm going to do the tutorial with the brown just to show you. Yeah, so you're going to do like this until you finish your work. And maybe for a blanket to be warm and nice, maybe you choose a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook or 5.5. But I will have to say, with this stitch, working this stitch, you will have to use a soft yarn, because if you use, depends what you want. If you want a rug with the stitch, then use a hard, maybe acrylic or whatever other yarn, sturdy. Use that. Yeah, it's no problem if you want a rug. But for a blanket or a scarf, I will suggest you use a soft yarn. Yeah. And from here you see these bumps, so this is what forms these things. Yeah, so I hope you like this this stitch. Give it a try. You're gonna love this one. Goes really fast. For those of you that you work tight, use a half of number bigger than the crochet hook, than the yarn recommends, and maybe that way you're gonna pick up the line very easy. Yeah, if you work too tight. But this is quite beautiful, and it's quite warm. This stitch. Like I said, you can try with instead of single crochet in between the columns, you try, some of you, with a slip stitch. Maybe it will look nicer. Or you just chain 2 instead of doing the single crochet, a little bit like a mesh. Whatever, you can play with this, try different combination of stitches. Yeah. So the stitch is reversible. It's no problem for a hat, for a scarf, for a blanket. So many things you can do with this stitch. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and give it a try. You will be amazed, especially with the variegated yarn. Depends on the style, how it is, but will look really nice. You can change colors, for example, if you want. But if you want an infinity scarf, then you're gonna have to chain a long chain, as long as you want that infinity scarf to wrap around your neck, or how big you want it. And then you're gonna work the stitch the way I showed you. But when you put the, let's say, the infinity scarf, it's gonna look like this, vertical. Yeah, because if you are to do a long scarf and then join the ends, this is gonna be like this. How it's gonna look, that infinity scarf. Yeah, depends. Some of you might like this way. So, well, give it a try. Hope you enjoyed this this stitch. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.